The Electric Comet video is very good at explaining an important aspect of the wider electric universe theory. It has much in it that's hard to argue with. I personally think that the quantity and quality of evidence in favor of the electric universe theory has reached the point that, if we lived in a truly open-minded scientific society, it would now be the standard model. However, I cannot think about comets without thinking about the work of Tom Van Flandern. As I was thinking about my response to this video, Thunderbolts coincidentally posted the video Weird Asteroid Points to Catastrophic Past that mentions Tom's exploded planet hypothesis and its successful prediction that asteroids with moons would be common. But then it seems to reject the exploded planet hypothesis in favor of what I will call the electric machining hypothesis to explain the origins of meteors, asteroids, and comets. Indeed, the Electric Comet video presents strong evidence for electric machining of comets and on Jupiter's moon Io. Tom, on the other hand, was never interested in the electric universe, although I tried on a couple of occasions, as a subscriber to his site, www.metaresearch.com, to pique his interest, with no success. However, I think I see a synergy between the exploded planet hypothesis and the electric universe that strengthens both. Here are 5 reasons why I do not think the electric machining hypothesis provides a sufficient explanation for all solar system debris. 1. Tom Van Flandern came to the exploded planet hypothesis after he studied the orbital characteristics of exploded Russian satellites that were detonated in tests of a Soviet anti-satellite warfare system. His statistical comparison of the orbiting fragments of these satellites to the asteroids and comets showed a strong correlation. I'm not sure this would be the case with the electric machining hypothesis. 2. Dr. Van Flandern showed that the identification of certain meteorites as originating from Mars is questionable. The isotopic comparison of trapped air bubbles and so-called Martian meteorites with the solar system's various planetary atmospheres makes Mars the most likely source for these meteorites, but the match is so poor as to leave open the question of a missing exploded planet. 3. I'm not sure electric machining would eject material at sufficient velocities to propel fragments destined to become comets into their highly eccentric orbits. Perhaps, though. 4. Dr. Van Flandern insisted for long-term stable moons of asteroids to exist, a central explosion was required in order to prevent planetary debris from separating too quickly for the spheres of influence of the larger fragments to gravitationally capture smaller nearby fragments. Electrical machining would, it seems to me, be flinging debris around on such random vectors as to make such capture unlikely. 5. And most astounding for me personally, the Electric Comet video seems to provide the answer to one of the vexing issues with the exploded planet hypothesis. What is the mechanism that would cause a planet to explode? I never really found Tom's possible solutions for this very convincing. But when this video explained a fact that I was not aware of, that a coronal mass ejection hit the comet Elenin and it exploded like a capacitor, the answer seemed obvious. Electric universe theorists talk frequently about how electrical phenomena scale from atomic to intergalactic scales. I can now see that a very large, very rare discharge event, either from our sun or from the galaxy directly, could cause a planet to explode like a capacitor. Such an explosion would satisfy the central explosion criteria, explain the high frequency of asteroids with stable moons, and generate the range of orbital characteristics seen in the asteroids and the comet, and also in the fragments of deliberately exploded man-made satellites. I hope you find these comments useful. Continue the good work.